Inside of this Christmas stocking, I have a very spooky, a very Halloween appropriate candle. A vintage Yankee candle. A collector's piece indeed. And because we are currently celebrating the 3rd anniversary of the Candle Enthusiast, well, I'm going to give this candle away to one of you folks. So I want to welcome everybody to Aromatically Speaking. This is Smell It Sunday. Smell It Sunday is a live show that I host. Guess what day? On Sundays. And this is my second channel, Aromatically Speaking, where it's a little bit more laid back, it's a little bit more intimate, it's a little bit less constructed. We can chat because it's live. I can answer your questions. We just did a live stream, an unboxing of Village Candles 2019 Halloween collection on the main channel, the Candle Enthusiast. So if you're new to this channel, if you're seeing, you're just coming across this video, make sure you swing over to the Candle Enthusiast, subscribe. That's where you're going to find all of my candle content, edited content, live content, travel destination videos, all that good stuff. And like I said, we're just celebrating our 3rd anniversary, but Aromatically Speaking, you're going to want to subscribe to this channel too, because this is, like I said, weekly live videos and spontaneous videos where we can just hang out, fellow candle enthusiasts, folks who are passionate about nostalgia and holidays and travel, music and movies, all that good stuff. We always have a good time on this channel. And I do want to mention that we are, 80 subscribers away from hitting 1,000 subscribers. This has always been, and it's always meant to be, it was always meant to be a small channel. But we need to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can, so YouTube, so Google will be friendly to us. And they will allow us to monetize these videos so that we can put ads on them and help raise funds for future videos. But also, I need to be tethered to my computer to do these lives. If we have 1,000 subscribers, I can take my iPhone and we can do live streams anywhere we want. Inside facilities, we just did several lives at the Yankee Candle Village in South Deerfield, Massachusetts on the main channel. But let's hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So please, I can see who is subscribing right here. Please hit subscribe. Now, before I announce the winner of this candle, I'm going to give everyone who hasn't participated yet a chance to participate. If you go to my Instagram profile, it is candle.enthusiast. Candle.enthusiast. And 3rd or 4th post, most recent post, you can't miss it. It's a post about Kringle Candles Halloween collection. Leave a comment with a hashtag TCE. Do that now so you can participate. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes for those of you who didn't have a chance to do that. But while we're waiting, let me show you what is inside this bag, and also let me pull you guys up. Because whenever I do a live stream on my main channel, I really don't get to pay attention to your comments because I'm trying to move as fast through my candle evaluations as possible. And there we go. Who is in the house? It's a bit foggy. I get it. Witch City Wicks, Liz Fraser from Witch City Wicks. She bought me an awesome fog machine, and this thing just puts out monstrous fog. I love it. Thank you, Liz. Here it is. I talked about this last week for our 3rd anniversary video live stream. But let me show you guys again. So this label by Yankee Candle was originally introduced in 2001. It is a glow-in-the-dark label. I don't know if I can... Is there any way for me to it's just not going to work. There's too many lights in this room. But the eyes glow in the dark. The mouth glows in the dark. It has this very retro label. Very beautiful. And this did make a couple of returns years after it was released in 2001. But this particular candle was factory sealed, meaning it was never on a shelf, it was never in an outlet, it was never on somebody else's shelf. When I purchased this candle and a few other duplicates of this candle, it was factory sealed in its original manufacturing box. That's why it is in such pristine condition. You can see how for being such an old candle, how great it is. Now, one thing I do want to point out, because I don't want to get anyone angry with me, that wick does look like it has been lit. It has not. For whatever reason, these wicks have turned like a dark brown color. It doesn't matter, because the intensity on this candle, especially for being as old as it is super incredibly intense. Real quick, Trick or Treat. We've seen several Yankee Candle fragrances called Trick or Treat. We've seen the Swirl. We've seen Trick or Treat, and years ago was the candy corn fragrance. Like this one right here. This was a 1998. It's called Trick or Treat, but this was the candy corn fragrance on that year. However, this year, for 2019, we saw... we can call it a brand new candle, Trick or Treat, for 2019. However, these two candles, even though they're 18 years apart from each other, this is a much different... no, what am I trying to say? Even though they're 19 years apart, these are very similar in their aromatic profiles. This is not a this is not a straight up candy corn fragrance, and neither is this one. They both have some spices. They both have some orange, spicy zestiness to them. I was personally a fan of this candle. I haven't been able to check on a lot of people's feedback since the Halloween party, or the Halloween release launch a couple weekends ago. But this is a true collector's piece, in my opinion. If you are one of those folks who has kind of a section of their collection that, candles that are not to be burned, they are to be collected, this one is something that you're going to want to have, especially Trick or Treat, because Trick or Treat has just... The name Trick or Treat has a long history in the Yankee Candle Company. And it smells amazing. I mean, considering how old this candle is, it smells incredible. Something I need to do, folks, something I did not do during the last video, and I desperately need it, is we're gonna need some coffee. We're dealing with some Stumptown coffee today. It's a Colombian coffee. A light plus roast, somewhere in between. This was brewed with the Chemex pour over technique, for any of you coffee folks out there. And we have Bella Lugosi joining us on this very Halloween appropriate live stream. So how are we guys doing in here? We have Eric, Blended Like Brian, Art with Tyler. Nice to see you. And Art with Tyler, I should say Tyler. I know that you have been asking about, and this is a good time for me to plug it real quick. Have been asking about the Candle Enthusiast limited edition T-shirt. Let me just show you this real quick, because although I'm not trying to peddle candles or T-shirts, a lot of people are starting to see these T-shirts pop up, and they're like, "Where can I get one? Where's the link? Are they sold out?" And I honestly thought I would sell like 3 of these, but these T-shirts have done amazing. And just remember, all of my merchandise does not go into paying my rent. All 100% of the proceeds of everything that we make through donations, pledges, all the ways you want to help out the channel, everything is in the description below, whether it be the ads that we get from Google, the pennies that YouTube gives us, or the very generous donations, pledges, subscription boxes, and now merchandise. But man, did this t-shirt do so well. I'm absolutely thrilled and blown away. So let me just show you real quick, just in case you're not familiar, and I'll tell you, if you're interested, how you can get your hands on one. So here we go. If you go to spreadshirt.com, again, the link is in the description of this video. So all you have to do is hit that link. It'll bring you straight to the Candle Enthusiast shop. These are all different products. They just look like, some of them look the same, t-shirts, but we have standard t-shirts, we have premium t-shirts with extra soft cotton, fitted shirts, hoodies, premium hoodies, tanks, aprons, totes, you know, to carry all your tricks or treats, hats, retro t-shirts, baseball tees, trucker hats, and mugs. This is great because we did so well selling all of these products. We're allowed to put more variety of products, even like things like pillows and beanies, camping mugs, gym bags. Look at this shirt, this retro shirt. This is one I want. Tie-dye shirts, and some polo shirts. And what's great about everything, about all these shirts, you can completely customize the color, right? So you pick your color, you pick your size, whatever you want. Even if you want to change the size of the logo, or if you want to put additional print on the shirt, you can do that as well. So it's going to be shop.spreadshirt.com/the Candle Enthusiast. But trust me, the best way to do this is to click the link in the description below. Another great thing to do is, if you haven't already, one more little plug, the Candle Enthusiast Facebook fan group. This is how you're going to not only keep up to date with what I'm doing, all the projects that I'm working on, all the travel videos, but also we have hundreds of die-hard candle fans, aroma fans, people who adore the holidays, people just from all walks of life who are super passionate and kind. All of this is at the Candle Enthusiast Facebook group. The link is in the description below, but I strongly recommend, please swing on over, request to join if you're looking for a drama-free, super positive place to share anything you want, as long as it's family friendly. If you want to share your Halloween decorations this year, if you're putting together a haunted house in your garage, or if you're on vacation and you want to share a couple photos, or if you have any questions about candle care or what candles should I buy, it's not me. It's hundreds of people who do what I do what you do, buy candles, and have an extreme amount of passion. And the whole group is run by 5 amazingly beautiful people who've put this whole thing together, and they're celebrating their 2-year anniversary. So a huge shout out to them and the Candle Enthusiast Facebook group. One of the coolest things that's ever happened to me is having a Facebook group, a place where I can go, and like I said, it's a safe place to share all of the things that you're passionate about. And you'll also find the links for all the TCE merchandise that we just talked about. All right, where are you guys? I want to read some of your comments, and then we're going to pick a winner. Please let me know if you guys are in the house. You're leaving comments. Who has show a raise of hands? Who has already purchased a T-shirt? We have sold T-shirts, totes, hoodies, and now that like we have a bunch of new products, I'm seeing people purchasing new things, and so I'm gonna try to get some more designs up there. But the big one will be, the next big T-shirt will be the limited edition Christmas T-shirt that will be available November 1st. And even if you're new to the channel and you just like candles, the T-shirt works. It's not like it has a big picture of my face on it. And Eric, thank you so much for linking up the shop. I really do have to cap it off at some point, because I promised everybody I would. Look at, we got raise of hands of some folks purchasing them. I love seeing the pictures of you guys wearing them, so please post them on Instagram, or more importantly, post them on the Facebook Candle Enthusiast group. I love seeing them. I love commenting on them. I want to see you guys in action out now that autumn is officially begun. I want to see you guys wearing those, that the TCE merchandise. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so I need to pick. This is how we're gonna do this. I think I have this figured out, how I'm going to pick a winner. I need to pick somebody at random. Let's see. You know, let's do Nikki. Nikki from Washington Wicks. Nikki, can you help me out? Pick a winner for this this Yankee candle. Say yes or no, or definitely not, whatever you want. Anne's got a baseball tee coming tomorrow. That's awesome. I used to exclusively wear baseball tees in high school. Nikki, are you there? Are you there, Nikki? We're going to pass it off to somebody else in just a second. There is a good 20-second lag. Not lag, but a gap. Okay, so Nikki, don't be worried. All I need you to do is pick a number 1 through 3. This is going to be tough because there's a lag. So first, Nikki, I want you to pick a number 1 through 3, and then after that, I want you to pick a number 1 through 12. So you can post it at the same time. First, give me a number 1 through 3, and then a number 1 through 12. You can post them at the same time if you want, Nick. I think I have this figured out. This coffee is great. It's fantastic. Stumptown, guys. Not a sponsor. Virginia, mine is burning fine, but I heard the others were having issues. Which one is that? Oh, the Housewarmers. I've heard that too. I need to... Maybe I'll focus on that on this week. I've just been really busy working on something I'll tell you about, and just, you know, after we do the giveaway, a new project that I'm working on. And what's great is I'm going to be able to tie in this new project I'm working on with, I'm going to tie it into the Candle Enthusiast, or the brand new 3rd channel that will be launched soon. I'll tell you all about that. Okay, so Nikki picked 3 and 6. Okay, so number 1 was Facebook. Number 2 was Instagram, the Kringle post. If you go on my Instagram profile, let me pull this up so you know what I'm talking about here, so you don't think I'm crazy. Because when I told you guys on my live stream to leave a comment and hashtag TCE last week. I told you to do it on my most recent post, and this was the most recent post. So if we go up and down here, we could see all the folks right there. See hashtag TCE, hashtag TCE, hashtag TCE for the Candle Enthusiast, of course. So number one was Facebook, because some people don't have an Instagram profile, so I said that they could leave a comment in the Facebook page, in the comments section. Number two was this post. However, some of the people watched that live video last week late. Here are three of the five amazing folks who run the Facebook fan group. We hung out at the Yankee Candle Village in South Deerfield for the Halloween launch party a little while ago. And so a lot of people, because they watched the video late, they did post. They thought I meant my most recent post. They posted it on this one instead. So this was number 3. What I'm going to do, since you picked number 3, and you picked number 6, I'm going to go down the comments, right? This may not look like it makes sense. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so, and that was all the comments. So let's go back. Nope. Let's go back here. No. Come on now. This is all going to make sense in a second. I'm going to scroll up to the top. So we're at 3. Nikki picked 6. I'm looking for hashtag TCE. So 4, 5, 6. So 6 is going to be, check it out, Stephanie Hall. Stephanie Hall, good, super loyal friend and family member of the Candle Enthusiast. She just won herself this candle, or excuse me, this Yankee Candle vintage. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. She just won that Yankee Candle vintage candle straight from my own personal collection. Where is Stephanie? Is Stephanie with us? Stephanie is with us. So yay, thank you. I'm glad you actually made it to the live. That would have been lousy if you weren't here. It would have been a little bit lackluster. So Stephanie has, like I said, she's been a long time loyal fan. And just to give a little shout out to Stephanie, this is kind of cool because this is almost like a payback, a way for me to pay Stephanie back for something that she made for the Candle Enthusiast. Check this out. A lot of you guys have seen this, but I got to bring this out every now and then because, you know, it's usually on the back wall and you can't see it. I had bags and bags and bags of Starbucks coffee. I'm not a hoarder, but some of the bags were important to me for certain reasons. This one I made a video on the Candle Enthusiast, Casi Cielo. This was the 21st anniversary of Starbucks bag of coffee. Some of these I had on holidays with my loved ones. So I gave her all of my Starbucks bags and she made this beautiful piece of artwork worthy of being hung at any Starbucks location, if you ask me. So this is great. I actually, I wish I could give one, excuse me, I wish I could give a candle to everybody, but this is, I feel like, a really nice way for me to pay back Stephanie for she put a lot of time and effort into that. And like I said, she's been an incredible, loyal fan. So Stephanie, just give me a quick email at candleenthusiast@yahoo.com. I'm sure because I've sent you postcards and stuff before. I have your address somewhere, but just send me an email. Send me an address that you want me to ship it to. I'll get this candle to you. It's nice and cool now. Maybe not where you are, but if you need me to wait a while, I can certainly do that. But I'll package this up. I'll put a few extra goodies into the box, and whenever you want me to send it, it's on your way to you. And I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can find a special place for it on your shelf or in your candle collection. That was fun. Did that all make sense about the 3 and the 6 and the counting and the stuff like that? I try to make it not complicated as possible, but also prove that I'm doing it at random and not just picking somebody, like picking my mom. I'm like, Mom, you won the candle. I'm going to send it to you. Super cool. Super cool. I really wish I could do more of these giveaways, and we will in time to come. And I do want to thank everybody. Seriously, I should say this. Seriously, the whole point of this giveaway was a thank you to you guys. So just remember that, I'm extending what I said from last week. Thank you for everyone. The celebration of the 3rd anniversary is not for me. It's for you guys. And also, the giveaway is certainly the least I could do. And even though those of you who are not getting the candle, I want to thank you so much for participating. Very cool. All right, what else do we have going on here? How funny would it be if I put this candle away and like juggled it and I just smashed it on the ground? How sad would Stephanie be? That's not going to happen. However, I do have, if anyone wants one of those candles, it's not a small price because that's a really rare candle. If you type on eBay, TCE, as in the Candle Enthusiast, Yankee Candle, I have one posted up on the official Candle Enthusiast eBay page. I'm going to try to get more stuff up there, but right now I only have one item, and there's one up there. So if anyone really wants it and enough to spend a premium price, remember 100% of the proceeds go into funding the channel. Please believe me when I say that. What else are we doing here? I should have like a script. I suppose let's talk about this. Guys, throw some questions at me. If you have anything you want to ask. But I'm going to do a little bit of talking. And try to fill you guys in with how things are working out with the Candle Enthusiast for this season, the brand new channel. I told you I was going to tell you about a new project that I'm working on, and it's pretty exciting stuff. So I will be working with Kringle Candle on a few videos in the near future. Still ironing out the details. I knew it was going to take a little bit of time, but they have been so generous in what they have offered me to do. I'm going to have a legitimate tour of the whole Kringle Candle facility. Not me sneaking around with my cell phone taking footage, but they're giving me full access to make a really nice tour video. So for those of you who have never been able to visit Kringle Candle, the headquarters, the whatever you want to call it, the showroom, you'll be able to see it. Also, they're opening up a brand new Christmas toy shop at Kringle Candle. And I'm going to be documenting not only them finishing up the final details of that, but the day that it opens, I'll be there to document the experience of them opening up this brand new toy shop. So a lot of stuff happening with Kringle, and because I'll be hanging out at Kringle, I will be doing tons of evaluations of their fragrances. So super excited about that. I will be doing, it looks at this point, if you saw a video I did last year, I did the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Oh, man, I always forget the name. A Legendary Outdoor Experience. Sleepy Hollow Legendary Outdoor Experience. That's what it was called. It was at Old Sturbridge Village in Massachusetts. It was a walkabout, attraction, theatrical show, musical, lights, sound effects, special effects, amazing thing. I had the great honor and privilege to be able to hang out there for 3 days. They welcomed me to come and see several different performances, film as much as I could. However, this year, the company who puts on the show is also putting on the show in the actual town of Sleepy Hollow, New York. More than that, they're doing it on the actual estate of Washington Irving, the author of Sleepy Hollow. Crazy. So I had a conference call with the folks. I pitched them the idea of, I don't want to make the same video I made last year, but I told them it would be great to do a behind the scenes take. Show the rehearsals, show them building the sets, show them setting up the lights, the staff, the team, all of the work that goes into putting on this attraction. I told them I think it would be really a good idea to focus on the labor and the effort, the labor of love that they put into creating and putting on one of these shows, and all of the many people that it takes to put on one of these shows. I thought that would be a much better angle than to just simply remake what I did last year. They loved the idea, so I'll be working on that. And what's better is that I'll have the video done before the actual performances even begin in October. So that is super exciting. We have... I'll be back at the Yankee Candle Village in October for the Christmas launch. That's for sure. There's several other things I'm working on and planning on. But in November, my brother, if you guys don't know my brother, Eric Peter Carlson, he has his own channel. He does an amazing Disney vlog. But he is first and foremost a filmmaker. He is the filmmaker of the family. He's produced, directed, written 3 feature films, all with theatrical releases. Please look him up on IMDb. I'm so proud of my brother. He's just an incredibly passionate person who has never let go of his dream of being a filmmaker, but he's working on his 4th feature film, and this one will be shot, it's going to be shot in New York, not Los Angeles. So for a long time, my brother and I discussed, what am I going to do? Do I want to be involved in this movie? Because I've worked as a producer on his films. I've worked as the first assistant director on several of his films. But because now that I have my channel and this is the busiest time of the year for me, I wasn't sure if I could really devote as much time that's necessary to taking on a big role. But my brother and I, we discussed about what if I did behind the scenes footage. Because whenever you make a movie like this, you need to have day by day behind the scenes footage. You need to take interviews, you need to document. It's great for extra features when it comes out on streaming platforms or Blu-ray, things like that. But also it's great for the investors. You want the investors to be able to see what's happening. Plus, it's just really cool to have behind the scenes footage, but you need to do this every day. And since I have all the equipment, and since that's something that's right up my alley, I said, why don't I do this? Why don't I make, assemble all of the behind the scenes footage, and then, work on editing it together. However, The catch is, and when I agreed to do this, my idea was, hey, is there any way I can make a limited series for my new channel, which will be the third channel? We'll talk about it that soon, but to do kind of an in-betweens. I have a show called In-Betweens, which is more of a vlog style show. But what if I did, during the 2.5, 3 weeks of production, I did a vlog of the experience of making a small independent film. I mean, it's not small. There's so many talented people attached to this, but this is, of course, not a multi-million-dollar picture. This is, a bunch of passionate people coming together and making this very ambitious project that is something that my brother wrote, and I'm just so excited to see it come to fruition. There's special effects, there's puppets, there's makeup, it's a musical, it's absolutely insane. We have really big YouTube star names attached to the project. One of my personal favorite, excuse me, if because I'm always repeating this, but Justine, if you are familiar with Justine, she is providing one of the voices of one of the characters, kind of like a Jim Henson puppet sort of deal, and a lot of other folks that you're probably familiar with on YouTube. So I'm going to be doing the behind the scenes footage, but at the same time, I'm going to be producing videos on the experience of showing you what it's like to make a movie like this. We're going to be in studios, we're in sound stages, we're going to be on locations, we're going to be in actual, beautiful, huge, hundreds old facilities, castles, and recreations of castles and mansions and museums. So many fun locations. So if any of you folks are interested in how independent films are made, or modestly budgeted films are made, and how it's actually done, I figured this would be a great opportunity for me to actually take this job that is really important to me, because it'll actually, it's a paying job, and paying is good because that will fund future videos for the Candle Enthusiast, but also it will give us really great content. So this will be the first 3 weeks in November of this year. This is just about 100% decided. I've committed to this project. I hope that you guys are on board with this. I'll still be pumping out candle content as well. Maybe even get some of the people who are involved in the film to talk about the candles, and we'll post it on the Candle Enthusiast. But again, I think that as our, my life, I got to bend and take on other opportunities, and as long as I can keep making videos and share my experience with you guys vicariously, I think it's, I'm excited about that. So I think this will be a lot of fun. And then what's great is when it's done, we'll be full steam ahead with Christmas content the last week of November and all through December. And I won't get into all of what I have planned now, but some really, really fun stuff. As long, just keep my fingers crossed that everything works out, that I can budget things out, and that I can actually pull off all these things. So that's some big news for me. I don't know if everyone is super engaged with everything I just said, but I am very optimistic about the next few months. Stephanie says, sounds amazing, Shane. You're an excellent documentary producer. That's what really drew me to the idea of doing the behind the scenes. I do have that that gene in me. I love making documentaries. I just haven't done many, you know. So I figured this would be a great opportunity for me to really take this job. And like I said, it's a paying job, so it's something I really need to do to help keep the Candle Enthusiast coming. Deb says the in-betweens are my favorite. Deb, they, you know, if you guys don't know what the in-betweens are, there's, I think, 5 episodes. They're very casual vlogs, edited. I hope that one of these days I can just pump a couple of those out a week, because they, just like you're saying, they're your favorite, Deb. They're some of my favorite ones to make, because it's all about just rolling the camera when I'm working and then just waiting for the strange and peculiar and funny, or even, you know, sometimes emotional moments to occur. And it gives you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes look of what I'm doing while I'm making the videos that I post, especially the destination videos. So look them up on the Candle Enthusiast, the main channel. There's 5 episodes, and I really, really want to make more. Exploring with fighters. I'm going to shout the channel out soon and put it over 1K. Exploring with fighters. If you can get us over 1,000 subscribers on this channel, you're gonna get a big hug. I don't know, hugs these days, you never know if they're allowed. But I'll give you a high five. How about that? We really need to get this channel over 1,000. Because we're just missing out on super chats, we're missing out on ads, we're missing out on spontaneous lives using mobile devices. Leslie says, sitting in our Walmart parking lot with my puppy after getting ice cream, wearing my Candle Enthusiast t-shirt. That is so cool. Ice cream, puppy, and Candle Enthusiast t-shirt. And why not? Let's throw a Walmart in there. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I used my Candle Enthusiast tote all day today. That's awesome. Stephanie, you got the green one, right? I love that. That's the kind of the color of the t-shirt. I got the green t-shirt with the logo on it. And Exploring with Fighters says, just keep making videos, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kindness. I really do. Thank you. I don't know if we've been officially acquainted. Exploring with Fighters. And Hutch Clutch. Would somebody from the Travel Channel please get in touch with Shane for hosting a job? First of all, I wish I knew your real name, unless it is Hutch, which would be a cool name. But I really appreciate that comment. However, would it be weird at all if I said to you that I'd much rather not work for the Travel Channel? I mean, don't get me wrong. I would. The goal and the dream is to be able to travel and make as many videos as possible. But I think the ultimate goal is to make videos that are anti-Travel Channel. You know, the Travel Channel will go and they'll document, huge travel destinations, things on TripAdvisor that are like the top things to do in certain areas. And the host of the Travel Channel, they're not necessarily passionate, the hosts. I'm stereotyping, or generalizing, I should say. But, they probably read the script in the hotel the night before. Unless the Travel Channel wants to offer me a complete creative control, which I doubt they would ever do that. My idea is I don't want to promote and exhibit and show you a place and play just stock music on top of a collage of images, footage with the camera on a tripod, edited together to fit a nice cozy 23 minutes with commercials. I want to take, the ultimate goal is to take you guys vicariously with me. I want to go out and experience things that I love or things that I've never done before. And I want you guys to have that vicarious experience of feeling like you're right there with me, experiencing it. And I feel like that, is, to me, that just sounds so much more exciting, It's not just about the destination, it's about the journey, too, It's not just about where you end up, it's about how you get there. Where do you stay? What lodging do you stay? Or what place do you stay when you visit a place? Or what do you do when you're traveling in the car? It's just going on an excursion, getting in your car and going someplace is an amazing thing. It's something I've always done since the day I got my driver's license. Get in the car, not even have a destination, and just drive. No destination, just drive and discover. And the whole process, from not knowing where you're going to figuring out where you are, getting lost, and then finding your way back onto the highway, stumbling across things you never thought in a million years would exist. All of that is a part of the process and what's exciting to me about destination videos. And again, I want to do this, but more importantly, I want to share my experiences with you guys. But Clutch or Hutch, I deeply appreciate that comment. So please don't take that as me kind of not accepting that really nice thing that you said. And you just said, Hutch says, that sounds perfect for you. It certainly feels like it would be perfect for me. I just subscribed to your channel, Exploring with Fighters. Hey, so Exploring with Fighters is a channel. I'm sorry that I'm not familiar. But I will check out your channel this evening. And thank you for the positivity. Let's read more comments. Can't wait to check it out. Sounds perfect for you. I'm a planner. I need to plan. Leslie says, I'm a planner. I need to plan everything out. That's okay. That's all good. I mean, I guess I have to too, when you're making videos, as much sometimes as they look spontaneous, the travel videos. I was describing this recently with the moderators from the Facebook fan, the Candle Enthusiast Facebook group. Such a long name. How the best way for me to work for making travel videos is if I go someplace, spend a day without the camera, leave the camera at the hotel or the motel, spend the day just walking around, discovering, talking to strangers, going into shops, going into whatever may be at that destination, but just getting a sense of the lay of the land, and then really paying attention with your senses, the eyes, the ears, and of course the nose, the aromatics, right? Really paying attention. And then the second day going back out with the camera and having that planned agenda of what to film and trying to recreate what you did on that first day. But sometimes, most of the time I don't have that luxury to do that. But that's really, like there's a lot of places I want to go, but I'm so fearful of spending a lot of money. Say if I go like spend tons of money to go to, what is it? What's the big? It's done already, but the big fair. Oh God, what is it called? The Massachusetts Fair. The everyone wants me to go every year. The somebody knows what I'm talking about. There's like the big fair thing in Massachusetts or New England, wherever it is. The big something, the big, whatever it may be. Thing is, I've never been there before. I don't know what to expect. So to go in blindly with my camera and expect to like get good footage would be so complicated. But if I could spend a day and have maybe like somebody give me a tour, like one of you guys show me around, be like, oh, I've been here hundreds of times. This is what you do here. This is what's over here. You do this, you do that, you do that. Oh, you got to see this, you got to see that. So having you guys like help me out with new destinations, I'm totally up for this kind of help. But so after that, say a first day of getting a tour and figuring out the lay of the land, then the second day I could go out with my camera and do my vlogging experience. The big E. Thank you so much. I just for all 3 years on the Candle Enthusiast, I said, actually, this is the 4th time it's come around. I said I was going to do it, and it just doesn't happen. So let's try to make that happen next year, and other things like that. I would love to take Bryce one of these days. Nicole, so have you been there? I know a lot of you guys have been there. I know Lauren goes all the time, I think. Leslie, you knew what it was. Have you gone? I need somebody to show me around next year. So let's work on that. Someone's got to give me the grand tour of someone who really knows the lay of the land. Let's get some more questions going, because honestly, I really don't. Usually I have like unboxings to do. I guess I can show you a few things that are on my shelf over here. I want to put some of these things up on eBay, but whenever I find something like that's been boxed away in storage, and I open it up, I'm like, oh, maybe I should put this up on eBay. This would raise a lot of money. I can't do it. I just don't have the heart to do it. But these were actually not mine. I found these at a thrift store. Check this out. Is anybody a fan of the color pink? You never believe how cheap I got these for. These are ceramic, pink ceramic shade for a large housewarmer jar for Yankee Candle. It's really showing off as a bright pink. It is a very light colored pink, but the lights here are kind of washing it out. Maybe if I turn that off. But here's the catch. I mean, this is pretty old. I can tell by can you see that Yankee Candle Company? But that's the thing right there. That's what really caught my attention. I have never seen that before. Yankee Wear. You see that? Yankee Wear, made exclusively for Yankee Candle. I have never seen that before. So I don't know what company made these, but it's trademark Yankee Wear. These are actually, Can you imagine there was a day when one of these was at retail for $12.99 and the plate $6.99? But I think I got the two of these for $3 and change. And when you think that wasn't enough, oh yeah, a mini ceramic plate and holder, same exact one. Both of these, all 4 pieces under $10. I gotta love thrift stores, man. You gotta love thrift stores. So, my mother's favorite color is pink. I was gonna give her one. She deserves it. But at the same time, these are really great, and I just don't use shades. I really don't. I love shades. I just don't use them. But the ceramic shades work so well. So much better than the glass. So I was thinking, maybe these should find a new home. Put them up on eBay. I will. A lot of you do ask me when I'm going to put stuff up on eBay, especially stuff that's right out of my own collection. I'll work on it. I got something else I can show you. I kind of forgot about this. So when I was at Yankee Candle Village, and my Halloween video is coming, guys. It's just, you know how it is. It's if you don't get the Halloween preview party video done the weekend of, it's already old news. And I did the lives, so I'm working on it. I'm gonna get it done. But at this point, it's just, I feel like there's no rush. But the one thing I did do, because I always try to do something different, an activity that's different for my annual Halloween preview party at South Deerfield, is I did Living by Candlelight. Now, this was introduced at the Holyoke storefront, Yankee Candle, in the Mall of America in Holyoke, where you can make your own Yankee Candle. Now, that store was renamed Candle Power for a short period of time. It didn't work out. It's now back to being Yankee Candle. But at the Yankee Candle Village, they have what they had at Holyoke. They have a place, a little station, a bar, where you have at least 50, maybe more scents to choose from, top notes, mid notes, base notes, and to design your own candle. You do the mixology with the fragrance oil, and then you pick your tumbler. They pour in a soy wax blend. They let it. They fix it up. They heat it up a little bit so it's even. You give it a little while for it to cure. But what I did was I wanted to do a conceptual candle, and so I was thinking like, okay, Halloween. What's my favorite Halloween treat? Although it's maybe not my favorite, but nostalgically in the smell, a caramel covered apple. But I'm like, I can't just do a caramel covered apple. So what if I said like an apple brandy caramel apple? Oh yeah, apple brandy caramel apple. And I did give this a name, and I can't remember what it is at this time. But what I did was you can only use 3 fragrance oils. Maybe bent the rules a little bit. They let me bend the rules, but I essentially used some the big apple notes, caramel salty notes, and a base note of some bourbon oak barrels. And so what this does is it totally gives you that oh my, it smells so for making just like on the fly a candle. I am so shocked at how good this came out, because I've blended wine before. I know my wine. I mean, you put a glass of wine in front of me, I talk about it for days. But if you tell me to make a blend of wine and make it taste, I can't do it. It's so much harder than it sounds. But and even cocktails, I've never been good at. mixology, but this just came out beautiful. It's just this really elegant, oaky, woody forward bourbon. Like I said, apple brandy forward, caramel covered apple, and the apple note was honey crisp, so it has that really sweet and tart aroma to it. Do I dare say this? I'm gonna say it. Just don't think I'm pretentious. I honestly think this candle is better than Yankee Candle's Honey Crisp Apple Cider from 2 years ago. I really do. I mean, it does sound really pretentious, but what I'm saying is I think having that bourbon note in there gives it the sophistication that maybe that Honeycrisp apple cider needed. And that Honeycrisp apple cider Yankee Candle, although it smelled great, did not smell like apple cider. But with the caramel and with that crisp apple, the caramel, the savoriness, and the apple, those two things mixed together does kind of create the illusion of apple cider. And no spices at all. So what am I going to do with this candle? I'm going to have to do a giveaway. I can't just, I'm not going to, I mean, somebody needs to have this. So at some point, I'm going to do a giveaway of this candle. And then maybe I'll even go back to Yankee Candle and have a few more made. I wrote down very specific the ratios of the oils that I did. But like I said, I just did this to get some footage for my video. And then when I actually smelled it, I'm like, oh good God, that smells amazing. So lesson learned, if you're at South Deerfield, Massachusetts, and if you have your opportunity to do this little activity called living by candlelight, put some thought into it. Don't just wing it, right? Don't just pick three things that you think smell nice. Think about a concept, think about top, mid notes, base notes, and think about a concept and give it a shot. I think, okay, all said and done, $21 for this. A little pricey, but look at that rose gold tumbler. Oh yeah, I got rose gold. I wasn't ashamed of that. In fact, I told my brother just the other day that I would seriously consider getting a rose gold iPhone. I love that color that much. Nicole, let me go back a little bit. Stephanie likes the pink. Shane, I'll be sending you my Halloween candles at the end of the month, says Leslie. Leslie, that's so exciting. Thank you so much for thinking about me for that. I'm always meaning to write you an email or even just give you a call to like catch up to see what you're doing. I'm just so bad at correspondence, but I would love to see after all this time, what you've been working on. Leslie sent me a bunch of her like very early candles when she was first starting getting into the craft of making candles, and I actually still have them. I have, I'm not sure which one it is. I think it might be Frankenstein. It's right there on the bottom shelf, because I was thinking about like burning it one of these days during the live. But I never really had a chance to evaluate it. So please, anything anybody wants to send my way, please. This is what the live shows are all about. The more I have to unbox, the more stuff that we have to talk about. We have that really awesome, like, vintage game. It's like a creepy crawlers game, but only you make beverages out of it. A zombie lab that Liz from Witch City Wicks bought me and sent me. I love it. Liz bought me like a 12-year-old toy, which I put on the wish list for the Candle Enthusiast wish list on Amazon, so that we could do something fun like that. on the live. I want to wait till we get closer to Halloween. But she bought that. She bought. Can you see the three little? I love this skeleton. I bought this skeleton at Pier 1 several years ago. But Liz bought me these three little guys. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil skeletons to go next to them. She bought me the fog machine. And when I say she bought me, this was simply just, again, it's a testament to her character. She didn't buy them for me. They were a gesture, a thank you for I guess the years of us kind of collaborating together. I told her, was never trying to work with her to make a profit or capitalize off her success. But she's just she's too dang generous and too kind of a person, and I love the fact that she bought me the fun stuff. She didn't buy me like a lens for my camera. She bought me the fog machine, the toys, and the little skeletons, and she gave us a sizable donation to the channel too. So please, I'm not trying to spread the word on her being giving us pledges or donation, but because that's the last thing that she'd probably want. But show Liz some love from Witch City Wicks. If you're not following her on Instagram or Facebook, swing over and make her day with a nice comment. Leave her a nice comment. She deserves it. Let's get back here. Nicole wants to make a candle when she goes. Coffee candle, Leslie. Holiday coffee. Leslie's making a coffee candle. That's nice. That's really nice. Pine, peppermint, and eggnog would be a Christmas favorite for me. I love that you said eggnog, Stephanie. Witch City Wicks had a eggnog candle, and then what was the eggnog martini the Yankee Candle made a couple years ago, and everyone was like, ah. And I'm like, come on, man. It smells so good. And I'm not even like, I don't even really like drinking eggnog. It smelled so festive. My niece made her own perfume when we visited Kringle last year. So that's cool. So, Kringle, I think it may have been a response to what Yankee Candle was doing. Kringle, there's the station where you can actually make your own perfume. Which is really, really difficult, but it sounds like so much fun. I mean, I've heard stories about perfumers who studied in France, and it sounds like they go through more training than even sommeliers do or winemakers. It's amazing the craftsmanship that goes along in it. But I would love to try that at Kringle. Violet Moon says, I would make a violet-based scent, obviously. Yes, obviously. Blend It Like Brian says, Shane, is it possible to do a GoFundMe to fund an all-out travel series, or is the Patreon thing easier? I wonder if you'd consider a mini-series where you and Anthony from Candle Cafe travel for a week. Anthony and I, as well as Doug and Brett, but really Anthony and I, we have talked amongst ourselves so much about doing a big project. Not just one big project, but like perhaps going somewhere like the Yankee Candle Village or something like that, and then doing a series of videos, like going there for a couple days and just trying to pump out as many fun videos as possible. Anthony's a really busy guy. I'm a really busy guy. And it's just like, it still seems like, there's no excuses. But I would love, I hope Anthony would echo the same thing. I think we'd both love to collaborate on a large project. But as far as GoFundMe, um, you know, I don't think that's a bad idea. My only concern is I'm just, I feel bad just promoting T-shirts. I feel like I'm on QVC or something. I'm trying to sell you guys T-shirts. So I feel bad just doing that. So to me, it's just like, it's just, to ask people for money without them really understanding where every penny is going is very hard. So I wouldn't be against something like GoFundMe, but I think what I need to do first is really show people that I'm pumping out videos. I've just come from a very long hiatus break, and the last thing I want to do is like ask for an enormous amount of money now. Let me put out more videos, add to my library, show people what I can do, and then, maybe when the time is right, it won't look as tacky for me to do something like a GoFundMe. I don't think it's tacky. My fear is I don't want people to take it wrong. Like the money is in some way a salary, or even worse, like the money is just paying for my health insurance or something like that. I want people to know and be sure the more money we make collectively, the more things we'll be able to do. So that's a really good point. There's a lot of fun, not fun, but a lot of interesting ways for entrepreneurs these days to raise money. GoFundMe is something I think maybe we will someday in the future see. But Patreon it's not necessarily easier, but it is definitely a great way for you to pledge money, because they don't take much of any cut, and it's really and this way I get to send you guys tiny little rewards, or if you want to, people said like, what if want to be anonymous about it, you can. The PayPal link is there if you just want to throw in $5. Trust me, $5 is not a small amount of money. It's not. If everyone chipped in $1, $3, $5, we'd be doing tons of stuff. But I'm not asking for money. I'm not. What I'm saying is, if you have a few extra dollars and you want to invest in the future of the Candle Enthusiast, please feel free. There's plenty of ways to help. But also, a lot of people don't like to give money. And it took me a long time to understand this. Like, I didn't get it. Like, people just feel uncomfortable about, like, just giving money. They'd rather give a gift or something that I can use that would help me through the process. So I put together the Amazon wish list. So the link is in the description below. You check that out. There's a bunch of fun stuff in there, like Liz picked some fun stuff for the lives and for decorations. There's some things that are jokes. I do not want that that life-size Bigfoot. I do want it, but I don't want anyone to buy it for me. But it's there. But there's little things in there, like gaff tape, zip ties, rechargeable batteries for my cameras. If you happen to be lucky enough where you can chip in a little bit more, and if you're interested in doing that, there's obviously some pricier things, lenses, cameras, camera equipment, things like that. And then Super Chat. If we had Super Chat on this channel, if we get to 1,000 subscribers, let's say everyone just chipped in $1. Understand how big that is? Not that I would want you guys to do that, but it's the thing about being a responsible YouTuber. You have to find clever ways for the show to fund itself. One of the things I couldn't stand about working in the wine industry is that every day, no matter what I did, I felt like a salesman. I couldn't take it. I really couldn't take it. The pressure to sell that $100 bottle of wine, that $200 bottle of wine, or upping the ante and having the customer buy the case of wine, that pressure was on every day. And, the example I always give is, I worked in a winery in Napa Valley, one of my favorite wineries in all of Napa Valley. And these newlyweds came in. They were probably 23, 24 years old. And they were on their honeymoon. They wanted an amazing bottle of wine that they would always remember. And, I got a note from one of my coworkers that they were newlyweds and they wanted to buy a special bottle of wine. So that means a special bottle of wine, sell them the Reserve Estate Cabernet Sauvignon, the limited, scarce bottle of wine, maybe an older vintage to get some more money. And you know what? You know what I did? I'm not kidding. I could have probably sold them $150, $175 bottle of wine. I sold them a $22 bottle of Zinfandel, because these kids, these very young people, they're just barely old enough to be drinking. I knew that $22 bottle of Zinfandel would be something that they would love, and the fact that they got it for $22 would make them enjoy it even better. And not just that, but they'll always remember that bottle of Zinfandel. And then hopefully years and years, maybe when they're celebrating their 50th anniversary, they'll go back to that same winery and purchase that $22 bottle of Zinfandel. Where if I sold them that $100 or $200 bottle of wine, they may have just bought it that one time and that's it. My point is, I'm not a salesman. I just don't like the idea of selling things. So always excuse me when I'm plugging things and talking about raising money. It's not something I want to do. It's just something that is a part of what I have to do. Just accept donations of treasure, blood, and toil with the unburdened heart. Couldn't have said it better myself, Eric. I love the idea that I get items that supports you, your channel, and links us together in the community. So thank you. Please don't stop. So, Anne, thank you. I think that is something that's great about the t-shirt. And honestly, I really do want to give a lot of credit to the folks from the Facebook Candle Enthusiast Facebook group, because it has become a community. And, there's no community on a YouTube channel, but there's a community on, the Facebook group. And, I feel like wearing a t-shirt, you kind of feel like, yeah, I'm a candle enthusiast. Again, it's not a t-shirt with my face on it, but it's kind of fun wearing a shirt that's like, yeah, I'm a part of this really cool, positive group of people. And for me personally, a lot of those people that have become great friends. And yes, it supports the channel. Keeps the wheels spinning so we can keep going on and on. Washington Wicks. What about the Bigfoot costume? Can I pull that up? Do you guys mind if I pull it up? Let's go on to Amazon. So one of the things in the wish list that might confuse you is on the Amazon wish list. If you guys don't know what this is, I understand. I wasn't even aware that these things kind of existed not too long ago. That you can make a wish list for other people to buy you stuff. Well, like, the first time I heard about it, I'm like, who is going to be buying me stuff? But that's before I had a channel. Where are the lists? Accounts and lists. The Candle Enthusiast. Okay, so let me switch this around. so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. I'm going to keep myself in the corner so you can see my face at all times. So this is the Candle Enthusiast wish list. So the link will, in the description below will bring you to this. So here's an example. So right here we have this item right here. It's a little light, LED lights, rechargeable. It comes in a 2-pack. These things are great for nighttime shooting in cars, outside, or if I need to light up, highlight something really quick. It's got a few different settings. Stuff like this is like, you can never have too much of this stuff. So if if you need something like that, I highly recommend that product because I use them a lot. But as you can see, there's some just, fun stuff. I'd rather see stuff that's, purchased that's a little bit more important to the channel. But I have a ColecoVision t-shirt, Toys R Us t-shirt, Caldor t-shirt. Again, those are low priority. And then look at this thing. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Do I need this? No, I don't need this. This is an inflatable T-Rex costume. I'm sure you've seen it. But man, I'm telling you, if I receive that in the mail, I promise, this is not a bluff. I would figure out some way of making the most absolutely ridiculous public video of this and humiliate myself to no end for your enjoyment pleasure. And look at that kid's face. He's so happy. I don't know how this costume works. Again, low priority. However, Nikki was talking about this. Oh yeah, this almost happened, folks. This almost happened last year. This is a Bigfoot costume. Nikki makes a Sasquatch / Bigfoot candle. Nikki, of course, being from Washington Wicks. And, Nikki and I have just always joked around about, me making kind of a short film about Bigfoot. And this costume to me is just, it's absolutely hilarious. And I don't have anything written for a short film. But I'm telling you, if I had this at my disposal, I would certainly make an incredible video out of it. Again, low priority, and that's pretty pricey too. Look at this, one of these Polaroid cameras. I thought what would be cool is instead of me sending out postcards, maybe it'd be cooler if I took, an actual Polaroid photograph that I could send to you. What's great about Polaroids is they're truly one of a kind. So, I can go to one of my favorite places, take a Polaroid, sign it, customize it, write you a little letter. I thought that would be really cool at some point to pick up one of these. So I threw that on the wish list. This is another toy thing. Perfume making science kit for kids. That's certainly something we could do in a live video. I love this company right here. They make amazing flashlights. I have one in my camera bag. This one's very, very pricey, but based on my the success that I've had with other models, if you like are into flashlights, I always used to collect mag lights. Well, these things are incredibly more intense than mag lights, and they're rechargeable, so they don't take big hunky batteries. But those kinds of flashlights, stuff like that, is great for nighttime filming. What else do we got in here? Smaller flashlight. Here we go. Every candle enthusiast needs to have this, but I need it for two reasons. I need it for candles, but I also need it for production. This is black wrap. It's essentially very, very thick flat black aluminum foil. It's used to wrap around studio lights, so you can focus the light exactly where you need it or block the light where you don't want it to shine. But this is really good. Instead of using tinfoil on your candles, these are a much better option. It's a, as you can see, it's a little bit pricey, but this will last you forever if you're buying it for candles, because you can reuse. It's so thick that you could just reuse that foil over and over again. Some fake candlelight lights. These things are amazing. I actually have one going on in the background right now. Yes, brand new MacBook Pro. Everybody wants a brand new MacBook Pro. That's there just in case Bill Gates. Well, I don't think Bill Gates would buy me a Mac, but just in case, someone really wants to invest in the future of the Candle Enthusiast. I know that sadly at some point the computer I'm using right now is gonna go, and it's kind of a scary thought. We got some sour candies for the live show. We have a phone holster for shooting with your cell phone. We have Mr. Predicto fortune telling ball. That's something we got to use in a live. This is something that's fantastic. It's I don't know. Do you still call them cigarette lighter chargers in the car? I don't know what you call them now, but it's that adapter, the cigarette lighter, and then it actually has two AC plugs plus two USBs, and it looks like there's what do you call that? I don't use that port yet. What is that port called? I can't remember, but that's something I really need. I might just be buying that soon for myself. These are the studio lights that I use here in the studio here. They're very inexpensive. These things are very flimsy, nothing like real movie lights, but very helpful. And they fold up and pack up very easily, so I can travel with them. Always need AA batteries. I go through these things like you wouldn't believe for all of my battery-operated lights and camera equipment. I do need to upgrade my point-and-shoot camera at some point. And so if anyone's interested in what my pick for a nice point-and-shoot camera, this is the price range is pretty high, but it is a newer camera. But this Sony RX100 is definitely an amazing camera. Slips right in your pocket. This, you can completely have your own channel vlog completely just with this camera. The only thing about something like this is that you're not gonna have fantastic audio, but what this camera does have is a port where you can actually hook up an external microphone, and point and shoot cameras don't have that. So you can put in a higher quality microphone and stick it right on the top of this camera. So if anyone's looking for a nice point and shoot camera, it's a little bit pricey, but that is my recommendation, and it's probably what I will be upgrading to. We have a lightning box, so we can put that outside the window here. It gives you a nice fake lightning. We have a spotlight. Look at this. Sunglasses, 68 cents. Like I said, not a bluff. If someone wants to go for that and buy that 68 cents pair of sunglasses, I'll wear those in public. And an espresso machine. I don't have a way to justify that one. I just put that one there, and I'm going to pretend like it's a joke, but hope that Bill Gates wants to buy me an espresso machine. to fuel me up while making my videos. And this is what I don't want you guys to buy, but how cool is this? $2,000 and $2,096.69. Do you really need the 69 cents? But I am saving $241.30. This is a life, and whatever reason, he's standing outside of the White House. But this is a more than life-size Bigfoot. I've actually seen this thing. It's insane. Imagine if this thing showed up on your front porch. Look at that. You can dress him up as like a hula dancer. Or if you going fishing. Please don't buy me that. Unless you are Bill Gates. Who else is really rich? Unless you're Oprah, Bill Gates, or someone else who has a lot of money. Because it's really more of a joke. This is something for live streaming. It's a stream deck. So if I get multiple live webcams at some point, this way I don't have to kind of tinker around with the computer. It's just a little dashboard. That's not high priority, but that's something that is on my wish list. These things, I have about 6 of these things going on right now in this room. These little spotlights, they are amazing. This is a white shadow box. I guess shadow box is, that's not the right way to say it, but it's a way for you to take some nice photographs of items. I use this for my videos to take pictures of the candles. To really get nice, crystal clear, high-resolution photographs of the candles that I'm talking about. The one I have is just too small. I need a bigger one, so it's on my wish list. A lavalier. What is a lavalier microphone? I wonder if I lost everybody at this point. I can't believe I'm actually going through this list one at a time. A lavalier or a lapel microphone. This is what you see, on talk shows or interviews. I use a microphone that goes right on top of my camera. It's a directional microphone that can pick up great audio at long distances. But when we're doing things like interviews, you need a lavalier or a lapel microphone, and I have a few, and they're inexpensive, and the problem with inexpensive microphones, you waste a lot of time in editing trying to fix the quality of the audio because they're not good. So that is very expensive, well, not very expensive lavalier, but very expensive to what you could potentially buy or what I have. But that is a very, very good functioning microphone. This is the Hero 7 Gopro. Can't believe it's already down to $308. This thing started off almost at $450. I have the Hero 6. I have a deal. If someone wants to buy me that, I will give you my Hero 6. So you actually won't be purchasing the full price. This is gaff tape. Gaff tape I use for everything. I used about 10 feet of it today already. Gaff tape is just something that's you need every moment when you're making videos. It's essentially non-permanent duct tape. $25 gift certificate to Starbucks. Don't buy that for me unless it's like my birthday or something. Rechargeable batteries, zip ties. This is the camera I want to upgrade to. Again, so if you are looking to vlog and you want my opinion on what camera to go with, this is still my choice in this price range. I currently use a Lumix camera. It's not a GH5. A GH5 is a little bit pricier than the body camera that I have now, but this is a mirrorless. It's not a DSLR, but it's a mirrorless camera. All that means is it's a smaller sensor, it's lighter, but this camera really has a great sensor, so it picks up great colors, really picks up on contrast, blacks and whites. And because I already have a Lumix, all of my lenses that I own will work with this camera. So this has dropped in price quite a bit. And Lumix, I'm sure, will be introducing a GH6 one of these days. But this shoots at 4K. It's for its size and what it can do, it's relatively light. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for a nice mirrorless, not a DSLR camera, but if you're looking for a nice camera that you can hook up an external microphone, really have great control of focus, manual settings with your camera, this is really the ultimate vlogging camera. You still need a point and shoot. You need a smaller camera because you can't always carry something like this around. But for the higher quality footage, that is my recommendation. And yeah, just not too long ago, that was $2,000 for this body, and it's down to less than $1,500 now. One of these days, I'll get that. This is an external audio recorder. This thing is amazing. Audio is something that nobody thinks about when they get into vlogging or filmmaking, but it's simply one of the hardest things to get right. Good quality audio. You can see that's exactly what it looks like. Two microphones pointing in opposite directions. So this is great for interviews. I do a lot of interviews where I'm talking to people, and the microphone I have needs to point at what it's recording. And if I'm standing in front of somebody, it's hard to be moving the microphone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So something like this is a lifesaver because it syncs up with your camera with the time code, and it holds all of your audio. And plus, it's a backup audio machine. So if your audio comes out bad on your camera, this backup audio will save your life. It's pricey if you're getting into vlogging, but again, it's a lifesaver. This is another much smaller version of the microphone I have. Goes on top of the camera, and these are SD cards simply for holding the footage, the memory of the stuff, all the footage that I'm taking. So I hope this wasn't extremely boring, but if any of you guys are vloggers out there, always feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about what kind of equipment I would recommend purchasing. But like I said, if anyone wants to anything from $6 for some fun candy that we could do in a live, or if you're really, like I said, you're gung-ho or passionate enough to invest in the future of the Candle Enthusiast, there are certainly some pricier items here. I'm just wondering if I lost everybody. Let's see how many people we lost. If I can find the live stream. Hey, some of you guys are still here. Let's see, what are we talking about? You guys are talking about horror films. What are you guys saying? So sorry, no scary movies for me. I had a season with anxiety. Don't we all? I love horror movies though. I do. Chapter 2. What movies are we talking about here? Anyway, 3 hours. Somebody tell me what movie you guys are watching or talking about, and I might actually go see a movie tonight. Eric Peter Carlson, my brother, is in town. He's working on the film, his film, and when I wrap up this live, We might have some dinner, and we might go see. I haven't seen Tarantino's new movie, Once Upon a Time in Los Angeles or Hollywood. It's a different movie, Los Angeles. But I still haven't. I haven't seen a movie in forever. So maybe we'll go out and check out a movie. But what movie are you guys talking about? Oh, Chapter 2. So you're talking about It? Oh, It Chapter 2. Okay, I get it. Okay, cool. And Morgan Cruisebat saying, don't forget to thumbs up. Yeah, guys, I'm going to do it right now. This is how it works. You go down to that thumbs up, you click it, see it? It just went up. It really helps out. If anyone really wants for me to explain it, I will. But trust me, everything YouTube or Google analyzes. They send you a report at the end of the month, and if you don't have enough thumbs ups, they start messing with the algorithm of your video. So by just hitting that thumbs up button, it just lets YouTube know that you're watching, you're participating, you're enjoying. It's not just a self-esteem thing. Oh, I have thumbs ups. Young Frankenstein last night. Oh man, I love Gene Wilder so much. All right, folks. So this is the way it. This is. Let me try to sum this up. We got that Yankee Candle video coming up this week. What else is coming this week? I feel like there's something else. I'm going to be doing a collaboration. It's really Doug's video from Hauling Wax, but I'm putting together something for him. He's been doing some collaborations this month with a bunch of YouTubers. So I'm going to be working on that for him. Going to be talking about a Yankee candle, a Halloween Yankee candle. And then, what else is coming up? I'm going to be doing some outside of the studio videos on candles. I'm going to get out and start carrying candles around and traveling and trying to get interviews and getting people's opinion on some of the candles that I've acquired for this Halloween season. And then the next travel video will most likely be Kringle Candle. I'm excited about that. I hope you guys are. But I am really excited about that. So Leslie says, tell Eric I said hello. I certainly will do that. And I just want to thank you guys again. Let's get this to 1,000 subscribers, this channel. Spread the word. Candle Enthusiast too. We have a milestone of 4,000 subscribers. But we're always looking to grow, and again, it's not a self-esteem kind of thing. It's just the more people that are watching, the more people that can discover these videos. So try to spread the word, spread the love, and know that I very much appreciate everything. And just because I've said it already a couple times, but I want to say it one more time because I'm always forgetting it. If you're not a member of the Candle Enthusiast Facebook group, swing over, request a join. Unless you don't have a Facebook account or you really don't like Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook fan. I don't go on my personal profile. I don't. But I go on to the Candle Enthusiast group every day, multiple times a day, to check in with everybody, to read all of the posts. It's just a very fun thing to do. But if you find out you don't enjoy it, you can exit the group. We'll still always be friends, no hard feelings. But I really do want to promote it because it's, although I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big social media or like a Facebook person, it's really been a lot of fun the past 2 years. So please swing over and just remember, it's a safe, positive place. I really don't care to hear, and I don't think anybody on the group cares to hear about negativity, severe, unwarranted criticism of candles or anything like that. There's kids, there's children who safely navigate the Facebook group. So we tried to keep it a very positive place. It's not just about candles. And a big shout out to Eric for a recent post he wrote on the Candle Enthusiast group. But it's not just about candles. It's about friendship, and it's about sharing passion, and it's about just having a safe place where you can go every day, and share what you love. Not everybody has people in their physical world, right? That maybe you're a candle collector and nobody in your family gets it, right? Well, you come over to the Candle Enthusiast group. We get it, right? Maybe you love Christmas. Maybe you love Halloween. Maybe you love Halloween way too much, and your friends don't understand it. You come over to the Candle Enthusiast group. We understand it. We get it. And if we don't get it, if I don't get it personally, I would still love to see your passion. Or if you're an artist and you want to share stuff, if you're a candle maker and you want to share stuff, if you're a YouTuber and you want to share your videos, it doesn't have to be about candles. As long as you're passionate, you're friendly, you're nostalgic, and you want to make friends and keep the Candle Enthusiast group a fun, happy, safe place for everybody of all walks of life and all ages, you're welcome to come and join. And it's a really great place. I'm so proud that I have my name on it, even though I had nothing to do with its creation. But I'm so proud to have my name on it. So everyone have a fantastic Sunday. I hope you have a great dinner, maybe a great beverage, late night beverage, maybe a cocktail or something. It's starting to get cold outside now, right? Autumn's here. Maybe break out some hot cocoa, throw on some of those marshmallows. Get a little extra. Eric, it's okay. Eric, it's okay. He's going to tell me too many calories. Sometimes you just got to treat yourself, right? Get that hot cocoa going, or maybe a nice decaf cup of coffee. Knock yourself out. I'm going to go with the full caffeinated coffee. That's just the way I roll. But either way, I want you guys to have a great night, a great week. And I will be seeing you soon. Good stuff coming up down the road. I'm feeling very positive. I hope that's exuding from my from my eyes, from my attitude, from my speech. I'm very excited about the future of all of the channels here on the Candle Enthusiast. Thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. That's all I have to say. Thank you. And I will be seeing you guys soon. And I will read all of these comments in the chat area later on tonight or tomorrow. But please feel free to leave some questions down below. I'm going to spend a whole day answering comments. So if you think I never answer comments, trust me. I'm going to be answering comments. So ask some good questions. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great Sunday. Thanks for joining. And like I said, do something tonight. Treat yourself. Have fun. Talk to you soon.